here on time was Bob.
Oh, whoa! Look at that.
He snuck out.
Thank you.
Before the meeting starts.
Of course.
Always need an opening act, right?
Hmm.
Good. Okay, we'll call the meeting to order, 7:41 p.m., April.
Councilwoman Selby,
Present.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Present.
Supervisor Keating,
Present.
Councilwoman Lukacek, present. Councilwoman Martin.
Present.
Councilwoman Martin, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we do not have any other preliminary matters tonight, so we'll move on right on to item number 2, our regular business. The first item is a correction and adoption of the minutes from the March 5th, 2025 meeting. And Councilwoman Martin, would you like to take that item tonight? Or I'm sorry, you know what, Councilwoman Selby.
Thank you,
Okay.
Mr. Supervisor. After reviewing the minutes of March 5th, I see no omissions or corrections, and I so move to adopt those minutes.
I'll second. Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Card,
I have to abstain.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek. Yes. Councilwoman Martin.
I have to abstain.
Motion carried.
Okay, next item tonight is our consideration of all the fund bills, and Councilman Cardicchini, would you like to take that item tonight?
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. I've reviewed the fund bills and make a motion that we pay them in the amount of $614,794.22.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek. Yes. Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, the next item number 3 is our correspondence. We have 18 items in total. All are on file with the town clerk's office and part of the town board packet, and they are as follows. The first item is the town clerk's report for February of 2025. Item number 2 is the dog control officer report for February 2025. Item 3 is the code enforcement officer report for February of 2025. Item number 4 is the income statement for February of 2025. Item number 5 are the town's cash balances for February 2025. Item 6 is the Patchen Volunteer Fire Company Form 990 for 2024. Item number 7 is the NYSEG and RG&E warn customers about rate increase scams notification. Item number 8 is the NYSEG and RG&E winter 2024 and 2025 customer bill impacts. Item number 9 is the NYSEG and RG&E winter pricing fact sheets. Item number 10 is the NEST, which is the Northeast South Town Waste Management Board meeting minutes from March 20th of 2025. Item number 11 is a letter from the Erie County Department of Public Works, which is a notice of road closure on Boston State Road between Liebler Road and Boston Cross Road. Item number 12 is a letter from Erie County Department of Public Works for another notice of road closure on Lower East Hill between Woolheater Road and Omphalius Road. Item 13 is a letter from the Western New York Land Conservancy. Item number 14 is an application for use of meeting facility from the Erie County, it's called DISHES, but Department of Homeland Security Emergency Services. Item 15 is a application for use of meeting facility for a HEAP event. Item number 16 is an application for use of meeting facility for Thornwood Park HOA. Item number 17 is the Erie County Water Quality Committee, Erie County Water Quality Committee meeting minutes from January 22nd, 2025. Item 18 is the Community Development Block Grant Report dated April 1st, 2024 through March 31st of 2025. Again, all those items are part of the board packet and available in the town clerk's office. New business tonight. First item, as always, is our request from the floor. If anyone would like to come up and discuss any business, please come up to the microphone, state your name and address, and you have 3 minutes each. The floor is now open.
Hello, everybody. Jeff Persanti, 7806 Fedek Road. Just had a couple things that I wanted to ask the supervisor, maybe a couple of the board members as well, and maybe you guys could shed some light on a few things. Basically, 3 points that I needed to address here. So, Mr. Keating, if you could help us out with this. So, the town planning board, and just so it clears the air with the residents here. We've got a few Fedek Road residents
Mhm.
representing us here, and we're just kind of passing along information just so the neighbors are more informed, more well informed, I guess you would say, about what's going on. So the town planning board issued a positive declaration very slightly before just slightly before the town board. You guys issued the negative declaration on the solar project in Fedek Road there. So do you happen to know why the town board gave the negative declaration so quickly right after the planning board gave the positive declaration?
So I'll pause you there for just a second. So for the open floor session, it's technically not a back and forth dialogue, but
okay.
I will respectfully answer your question.
Okay, I
just so you know.
appreciate it.
So the negative declaration was determined based off a letter that was provided by the applicant. So when there's a positive declaration, the applicant has the ability to correct said positive, declaration item that is identified.
Okay.
And we had that letter.
Okay, wonderful. And did you guys base any of your decision on anything from the Conservation Advisory Board by any chance?
Everything followed the secret process.
Okay, because the Conservation Advisory Board, they issued their letter, I believe it was January 7th, according to our FOIL, and that was after the board, you guys made your decision on it, that we just weren't clear on that.
And again, the town board follows the secret process.
Okay,
which is a
and so
form
that
provided by New
letter
York
that
State.
Delaware River Solar provided to the town, and you made your decision based on that, we actually foiled that, and we have a number of lies that Delaware River Solar provided to you guys. And we could go on and on. I don't want to take up my time here, but we were a little concerned about that because after reviewing that letter and seeing the blatant lies that Delaware River Solar provided to you guys, it didn't feel as though a sound decision was made for that negative declaration. And I guess the last thing, and I know we don't want to do a lot of back and forth here, but I'll try to make this quick. And we can provide that letter to you at a later date. The decision that was made on that negative declaration was that based on any advice from any of the legal counsel that you guys have selected?
The town board had a conversation. I won't speak for the fellow board members, but again, the secret process is a state provided form,
Okay.
and all town boards across the 933 towns across New York State follow the secret process.
Okay.
And traditionally take lead agency.
Gotcha. I understand. Thank you. So what I needed to just point out, though, was the gentleman, Dwight Konyak, who's representing the town, hopefully has the town's best interest in mind. We're hoping. He actually works for a company, Future Energy Development, LLC. And we actually have his photo and his profile on here. And he's part of the team there. You can go on Future Energy Development LLC, and you'll see their agenda is we do not just advise our clients, we get green projects built. We seek to bring affordable and practical energy projects to fruition, to get green done. So with that being said, if he's somebody who is advising Future Energy Development LLC to get these green projects done, it raises some obvious questions that there could be a conflict of interest here if he's supposed to be having the best interest of the town in mind when he's also doing this, trying to push green energy projects. So who's to say he's going to give the town the best advice on how to move forward, what's best for us, the residents, and everybody? That's a question that we really need to look at, I think.
Fair enough.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Richard Hawkins, 6892 Pin Oak Drive, Boston, New York. I think in your programs down around 15, you have a thing where the Boston Democratic Social Club is asked to use the facility, and I believe that's for the Easter egg hunt. Is that correct?
That is.
Okay. I know that they have sponsored that event for 63 years now. And this year is the first year that we've had to go out. I won't say it's not the first year that the town hasn't done it, but it's the first year that we've had to go out to a private contractor to see if we could get the one-day rider to have that event. And we have secured that. I think Sandra has the information for it and stuff. But I guess what I'm asking is, I know the town board in the past has had different organizations like the Conservation Department and others. That $75 fee has been waived for some of the events, and I am asking the town board to consider that for the Boston Easter egg hunt. Thank you.
Jay Jackson, 7964 Back Creek Road. I'm sure you're all aware of the holiday lights that go up and come down every Christmas season. Most of the, enjoyed by many of us residents. A few years ago, receptacles began to fail. And the way it seems we were handling it is we were simply accepting the failures. When we hung a light up and it didn't work in the receptacle, okay, well, we're not gonna hang a light on that pole anymore. The end result is those lights will eventually fade away. The suggestion of a town employee, he had seen something. I got a hold of NYSEG. The gentleman's name is Chris Tarkulich. I learned that there is a permit required. We're actually supposed to file a permit to hang the lights up.
It's an attachment agreement. Correct.
Then when I asked about repairs, he suggested I call customer service, which I did do. I was eventually referred to Energy Services. Yeah, they've got the typical governmental, like, push this button, press 1 for English, that sort of thing. So it took a while to get there, but I finally did. Spoke to Melinda in Binghamton. She is part of Energy Services for NYSEG. NYSEG is a subsidiary of Avangrid, I guess.
Correct.
And the way she described it to me is, okay, step 1, what you need to do is you need to get a work order created. Now, the work order is for a planner. A planner will come out, take a look at what you've got, estimate what needs to be done to get the poles or to get the receptacles fixed so we can hang lights on them, provide an estimate for the cost of the work. There is apparently no charge for this. That was another very important piece. The important things, it seems like, for such an effort would be to count up the number of poles, and we would need the pole numbers. That was something else I learned, is every one of these poles in town has a number on it. I also asked if we have someone in town that's a licensed electrician, can we, knock some money off if they're willing to do some of the work? The town has a high lift truck. If we're able to use the equipment to get that electrician up there to do some of the work. Obviously, there's cost associated with it. Money can come from the town budget. The other thought is a fundraiser. Good grief, with the manger, it was 48 hours. We had almost $900. So we, there's interest in town in getting, in keeping the Christmas spirit going along the main drag. I sent an email to Councilman Mike. He expressed interest in giving a hand with stuff like that. So what I'm hoping with what I'm saying here this evening is it'll reach another 40 people. There's about 40 people average that watch the videos of the various meetings. I look forward to talking to Councilman Mike. Perhaps, when your time comes up later on, you can, let me know what a next good step would be. The first, and I don't think I mentioned it, the first obstacle, we reached a point when I was talking to Melinda where, do you have the tax ID for the town and those kinds of things? Mm-hmm. So as soon as it turned to, okay, let's get the rubber hitting the road. There's some numbers that I would need your support with to get such a thing moving along. I do recall social media when it was made mention that the lights are going to slowly fade out. There was quite a bit of disappointment. And there's, on the opposite extreme, there's tons of interest for the manger scene. Fortunately, I guess the lights are not religious in nature, so we don't have that issue to deal with. Again, I'm interested to hear what comes out of it, and thank you for your time.
Thank you. Hello, Deputy.
Good evening. I'll start off with our stats for the month of March. It was a busy month. Obviously, we had some burglaries, as everyone's heard. It's been the talk around town. The sheriff's office handled 191 calls in the town of Boston, 77 premise checks, 34 traffic stops. We had a total of 3 burglaries in town, 1 larceny that was separate from those, 7 accidents. We had a total of 9 arrests in March. 2 were traffic related, 3 were DWI arrests, and 4 were warrants that were served. The businesses we had broke into 3 girls on Boston State, the Boston Hotel, and the Vet up by the Tops. Boston Hotel and 3 girls were the same time frame. The Vet was before that. Multiple towns were affected.
Okay.
Concord, Sardinia,
Mhm.
Springville had multiple businesses broken into. Sardinia had a church broke into. All down 240. We had Wendell's, The Last Run. All those businesses were hit.
AMVets.
Yep, and yeah. So obviously the whole 240 and 391, basically.
Yep.
We've made some progress with our detective bureau and patrol and us all working together. So we're just kind of, we have, some good information and we made some progress. Obviously the big things are cameras. Someone sees something, feel free to give us a call. We'll always check it out, look into it, especially when there's burglaries going on. Take any lead we can get. We're all aware of it. Patrol's amped up, the patrols when we can. We've also had more vigilant of just checking businesses and behind businesses at night. These are obviously are occurring between like 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. mostly. So keep your cameras on, lock your car doors, your houses. It's going on. It happens. People don't like to think it happens, but it's very true.
Yep.
And it happens everywhere. So we'll keep working on that as we can. And I can talk to you in private if you have any more questions.
Okay, thank you.
Also, Sergeant Reeves is here. He can answer any questions. Coming up, I'll be stopping at the Boys and Girls Club in May. Jay just told me about the fishing derby. So I can stop there. Let me know anything else. I know I talked to you last meeting about a couple events I put in the calendar for the summer, June and July. I think
Yep.
most of them were. I put those in as well. And I believe that's it. Kind of busy month for March. Obviously, I had a few traffic complaints coming in as well. That's going to happen now that the weather's breaking. People are going to be driving faster. I'll address what I can and also let the traffic unit know as well.
Okay.
That it?
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Anyone else? All right, hearing nothing else, we'll close the floor. Item number 2 tonight is to schedule a public hearing on the 2025 adoption of the comprehensive plan update. I'll take this item tonight. So I'd like to schedule a public hearing for the adoption of the comprehensive plan update for 2025. The said hearing will be held on Wednesday, April 30th, 2025. The topic is for a comprehensive plan update plan, and then the time will be on the 30th at 7:03 tonight is an approval from our new member to the Boston Fire Company, the Junior Firefighter Program.
In a new junior member, Kyla Dieter, and she passed the required New York State background checks, and I make a motion that we approve her.
A second. Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 4 tonight is a request from our town clerk to town 5 annual town clerk conference. And Councilwoman Lukacek, would you like to take that item?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. So I make a motion that we approve Town Clerk Quinlan's request to attend this year's annual conference.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Curtis
Yes.
Supervisor Keating.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes, and safe travels.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you.
All right. Item number 5 is a request for appointment from the planning board. Dr. Paul Zaranowski is the chairman. Dr. James
Yes, Supervisor, we received a request from the planning approve their elections for the year 2025, 2026 for Chairman Paul Zanowski, Vice Chairman James Lagle, and Secretary Elizabeth Shutt. I make a motion to accept these appointments.
I will second.
Councilman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Curtis
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item 6 under our new business tonight is Resolution 2025-28 for the adoption of mileage and travel. To take that item.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution number 2025-28, which is a 4-page document of the mileage. Yes.
Councilman Curtis
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 7 is Resolution 2025-29, amending a budget to properly account for a justice court grant that was received. And Councilman Curtis, would you like to take that item?
I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution 2025-29, which properly accounts for the $5,354 grant for new walk-through metal detector, safe shredder, battery backup, and emergency lights. This will properly resolve our budget, increase appropriations for the justice equipment of $5,354 and increase revenues in the general government $4.
I'll second.
Councilman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Curtis
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 8 is Resolution 2025-30 for the 4th professional services agreement for engagement of Barclay Damon LLP. And Councilwoman Lukacek, would you like to take that item?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. So this is for the engagement of Barclay Damon Zoning Board of Appeals for the town of Boston. So I make a motion that we accept the new resolution for the additional $6,000 for resolution number 2025-30.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Curtis
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 9 is Resolution 2025-31, an equipment lease agreement for a 500-gallon tank rental and installation. Councilwoman Martin, would you like to take that item?
Thank you, Supervisor. I'll make a 1,000-gallon underground fuel storage tanks. And we desire to engage the pump doctor to provide a 500-gallon fuel tank at a cost not to exceed $300 per month.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Curtis
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item number 10 is Resolution 2025-30.
Resolution number 2025-32, where the town board is engaging a law firm to assist with respect to the length of service award program audit reviews year 2025. I'd like to make this motion.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Curtis
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item number 11 is Resolution 2025-33, approving the 2024 Length of Service Award Point Program, otherwise known as LOSAP points for the Patchen Volunteer Fire Company. And actually, Councilman Curtis, you want to take 11, 12, and 13, since they're all fire companies.
Absolutely. I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution 2025-33, approving the length of service award program for the Patchen Volunteer Fire Company.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Curtis
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion that we adopt resolution 2025-34, which is the length of service award program for the North Boston Fire.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Curtis
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
And I'd like to make a motion that we adopt resolution 2025-35, approving the length of service award program for the Boston Volunteer Fire Company.
I'll second.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek?
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right. So the next item is this item tonight. We had some conversation downstairs in the executive session, and Sean Vanderos has been working with the town. He's been in the assistant to code position for a little while now. Of course, has all of his certifications, and based off the needs of the community, we like to make a motion to $6 per hour.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek?
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item number 16 is an application for use of facility from the Boston Democratic Social Club. And Councilwoman Martin, would you like to take that item tonight?
Yes, we received an application for use of facility from the Boston Democratic Social Club for our annual Easter egg hunt to be held Saturday, April 19th from set up as 10 a.m. and take down 4 p.m. The exact time of the event is 1 p.m. using the community room with kitchen and bathroom facilities and the town fields. There was an ask during the open floor to withdraw and return the deposit, and I make a motion to do that. She does a great service to the town and is an annual event that's been going on a long time. I know that Barb does a lot for our community, and I would agree with Rick Hawkins to return that money. So I make a motion to do that with the return of the $75 fee.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek?
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right. Item number 17 is another application for use of facility for our summer concert series. And Councilwoman Selby, would you like to take that item?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. We have a use of facility from Boston Event Coordinator who is requesting June 3rd, June 10th, 17th, and the 24th, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. concert for the concerts. The takedown is 10 p.m. at the Lion Shelter. And this is just for the month of June. I'm assuming August will be coming.
Yep.
So I'd like to
Done.
approve this application for use of facility.
I'll second. It must mean summer is on its way.
Hopefully.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek?
Yep.
Councilwoman Martin?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right. Item number 18 is an application for use of sporting facility for the Boston Youth Soccer League. And Councilman Cardicchini, would you like to take that item?
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. We have the Boston Youth Soccer League has submitted an application for use of sporting facility. They have attached the schedule to be from July 1st, 2025 through October 7th, 2025. And they're requesting the Town Hall Park, North Boston Park soccer fields. And I make a motion that we approve this use of.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek?
Yep.
Councilwoman Martin?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. Okay. Item number 9 is an application, another application for use of sporting facility for South Towns Slammers. And Councilwoman Lukacek, would you like to take them? You don't know? Okay.
Really?
I can go to
You
Kelly.
need a moment?
Yeah,
I
do you-
need a moment.
you need
I'll
a
do
moment?
it.
Kelly,
Drink
all yours.
We received an
Councilwoman
application
Martin.
for use of sporting facility from the Southtown Slammers. And this is to cover their deposit for the year. They are a local group, so I make a motion to accept their request for sporting facility.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek?
Yep.
Councilwoman Martin?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right. Item number 20 is another application for use of softball league. And Councilman Selby, would you like to take that item?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Baseball and Softball League, which includes a schedule. And I would like to make a motion to approve this pending receipt of $1,000 before it starts.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes.
Cardicchini?
Yes.
Supervisor Keating?
Yeah.
Okay, motion carried.
All right. That is it for our new business. We have no old business, so we're on to our reports and presentations. Highway Superintendent, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you. April brush pickup has started. every road in town, town road, county road, state road, we do them all. So we'll do every road once in April. So get your brush out there. And then again, we'll come around in May, do every road again. So anybody looking for wood chips, we will have some wood chips. We got a lot of sheets. So right now we got plenty of places to dump, but we can put you on the list. And if we have enough, you're more than welcome to them. Street sweeping has been going on this past month. Every road in town, just town roads, though. We don't sweep the county roads or state roads. Every town road has been swept at least once. Many of them been swept twice. My one worker that's been off for like a month or so now, Billy Derzanowski, hopefully he'll be back middle of May. So another month and a half. He had some medical issues. Then the guy's been out cleaning up plow damage and cleaning out ditches. We're going to have some fill available if anybody's looking for some fill. It's ditch dirt. It's not topsoil by any means. There are a lot of beer cans in there, though. You sift through, you can make some money. Other than that, that's pretty much it. We have fill. We're going to have wood chips. And I'm really not going to report on the county roads issues, but as we know, Boston State, Back Creek Road, a lot of the county roads are in really, really bad shape. And hopefully the blacktop plants are going to open up pretty soon and they can put something decent in the holes instead of just that cold patch that they've been using. But that's all I have tonight.
Thank you very much. Councilwoman Sully, you have the floor.
I just want to say thank you to the planning board, new members stepping up again, renewing. I look forward to having experienced people doing great work. Very important job you guys do over there at the planning board. So thank you for your service. It's nice to see Lisa here tonight. So thanks for all your work over there. Also, CVA, I'm sorry. So the Boston Fire Company, junior firefighter, Kyla Dieter. Glad to see we have a new person, a junior firefighter is stepping up. So that's good to see. That's all I have to report.
Thank you very much. Councilman Cardicchini, you have the floor.
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. I may not be as kind to the county as Bob has, but it's really bad. I mean, the officers that are here tonight, I mean, you guys can probably attest, people are swerving around those potholes. People are driving on the shoulder. The weather's getting nice. We're going to have people riding bikes and walking. My wife almost get pothole. This is ridiculous. And I called Legislator Mills' office and had a conversation with him. But, you know, last I checked, the issue. I mean, it's terrible. Boston State Road is absolutely terrible. There's a pothole in front of the feed mill that is so wide it almost spans the entire lane. I know sometimes that can be hard, but this is crazy. And it's Back Creek, I learned, is getting kicked down the road another year. Unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And it's time that we start getting the attention because it's ridiculous. And I did have a question for our council related to our use of facility. If we have volunteer organizations in the town, the Easter egg hunt is a town event. It's not a private event. It's not could we create something for some of these organizations that want to do, hold an event of some type where, it's really a town event. I mean, I went through this with the Halloween party and I got around that because I'm a councilman and I created a town event. But is there a loophole that we can
talk about it for sure?
Okay. I would like to explore that because there are a number of, so that it's not an issue. And, the real issue is the insurance policy. And that's what I went up against. For 1 year, I covered that on my homeowner's insurance policy out of pocket for the day, which wasn't a big deal. But, it's yet another barrier to people. Well,
it's quite an expensive fee. The only reason, and I tried to do what you did also, Mike, because I went to State Farm Insurance. The only problem is by going through UNA, it's for years and years and years, the Republican Party, we were in charge of the Halloween party, and the Boston Democratic Social Club was in charge of the Easter egg hunt. The problem is, if you go to your own private insurance agency and say, Mike Cardicchini wants to have this event on the town property and stuff, it won't cover some kid if they get hurt over there. And that's why we've had to go out to try to find some other organization that will do that. the Easter egg everybody that knows that comes out here, it takes us about 45 minutes to an hour to set up down there. Even the
At
supervisor
least.
and his family have been out laying out the eggs and stuff. Within 3 minutes, there's not an egg out there to be found. Everybody is back inside and stuff. But when you're trying to put these events on in the
with NYSEG, and why don't we reconvene? And because that is one of the things. So that's all I have.
Thank you very much. Councilwoman Lukacek, you have the floor.
Good evening. Apologize. I'm high on day April 8th. And I wanted to say thank you for the zoning board members last week, or the last meeting, I should say. Much appreciated. But I also appreciate that our residents are coming out and being what's going on and what your perception is. So we make sure we are communicating as well. So thank you for everyone at least to be here. I see some students here for the government. If you can wait after the meeting, we'll sign what you need to have signed, and you'll have to give us a dissertation on what you learned tonight.
That's not true.
You'll be tested.
Just joking. And I was asked by a resident about brick sponsorship. So in the past, that up in the front by the flagpole is like a brick on the ground, and it's been for memorials. I was asked about it again. The more requests that we get, the cheaper it might be. So if you know anyone that would be interested, please reach out to Jennifer Lukacek. I will. Let's see. And that's all I have. So thank you.
Councilwoman Martin, you have the floor.
Yes, first of all, the zoning board meeting has been canceled for this month because there was some issues with some notices not going out on time. Again, thank you for the residents on Fedek Road for bringing a lot of issues to our forefront, and we know that we're working on it. Okay. Incorrect notices. Thank you. Rich, thank you for the help that you give Barb with the Easter egg hunt. It's much appreciated. And Jay, with the Christmas lights, again, I'm going to echo Mike's sentiment. You go above and beyond. And that's all I have tonight.
Thank you very much. Madam Clerk, you have the floor.
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. Since we were on the subject of Barbara Moore, I will bring up the Connect Life blood drive. Yesterday
Huge.
broke all of the records with 43
Huge.
units collected. So again, our community comes out, but I think it's Barb's positive attitude and her persuasiveness that really makes this blood drive happen. The next one will be Tuesday, May 6th, in 2 to 7 in the community room. I want to thank the town board for the approval for the annual town clerk conference in April. It's been a few years since I've been able to attend, so I am looking forward to that. It is in Syracuse. It's closer. I will be out for a couple of days. It's a nice venue and a lot to be learned. So thank you very much. We are in the penalty phase of tax collection that will go, this first penalty phase will go until April 30th. But taxes will be collected in my office until June 30th. Payment has been made to the supervisor, to the town, for the portion of taxes has been made completely from me as a tax collector. And the remainder of the money will be going to Erie County, which is of Boston. HEAP. If you have any questions, if you do qualify, come and see the folks here from Erie County. They will certainly help you out. And this is for all residents of Erie County to come to this location. It's not just for town of Boston residents. I've had a lot of requests lately from folks regarding passports and real IDs, because I understand that this will be taking effect shortly. The Erie County Clerk's Office has an outreach center at Southgate Plaza right next to the Erie location. They are very helpful there. So if anyone is looking to get a passport or a passport card, certainly reach out to those folks at that office. I think it's just their main number of 858-8864. I think that's all I have. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right, have a few items here tonight. The town is actually going to be sponsoring our first seniors pancake breakfast for anyone that's in the congregate dining program. So please feel free to spread the word. You have to be part of the Erie County's congregate dining program to attend. It'll be next Monday, the 7th at 9 a.m. But it also is welcoming anyone new in the community that happens to be a senior or part of the congregate dining program. Come on in, have breakfast, and if you so choose, stay for the lunch program as well. That program's grown to, at times, over 40 people that attend the congregate dining program. So that's the senior pancake breakfast that will be working in conjunction with the Erie County Senior Services with. Department audits start on April 21st, and that's required by law. So that'll be underway here by the end of the month. I did want to make mention there is a change in town board meetings. The April 16th regular scheduled meeting is going to be canceled due to lack of quorum. It's smack in the middle of the the kind of, if you will, the spring break and season. So there will not be a quorum. We are rescheduling that meeting to April 30th. So it's also a Wednesday. It's at the end of the month. So we will be making sure we notify media as required. And again, see everybody here for our next meeting on the 30th. Town hall generator is going to be started up on Friday by the contractor. Once everything tests out fine, it'll be connected to the town hall, and that project will be done. Water projects, I've received a few phone calls today. Yes, water projects are in next couple of weeks underway down on Heinrich Road and in the North Boston area. So if you've seen pipe on your property along the road or even at the cul-de-sac down in Heinrich, yes, it's finally here. We've been talking about it for a long time. I said the day would come, and here it finally for phase 1, 2, and 3 of making water repairs all across the community. So if you have any questions or any issues, I also wanted to bring up, the one phone call I received today was a person that was wondering why all this pipe was in front of their property. Well, it's for the water lines. So if you have any concerns with it, let us know. We'll work with the vendor and the contractor, but it does need to be there because yes, there's just Heinrich Road alone has roughly 2,600 linear feet of 12-inch water main that's going to be placed in just that one area alone. So as updates come along, I'll be happy to share them at the town board meetings. I will say that, and Councilman Cardichini is exactly right. The county did push off Back Creek Road this year. They were supposed to be fixing that in totality from Zimmerman all the way down to Mill. And actually the reason for that was because of the water line repairs. That's part of a phase 1 and phase 2 approach. And I swear it wasn't 2 to 3 weeks later, they cut across for a 36 and whatever that culvert size was, but they cut it right across and you're scratching out like, well, where's the communication? So when our engineer reached out to them, that's why it was pushed according to Commissioner Geary and Deputy Commissioner Hoke. Back Creek Road is allegedly going to be on 2026 schedule. We'll see if that happens. I can't make any promises. That's a county thing, but we'll stay on top of that. So we'll see how that goes. Front entrance, Curse Construction has ordered the columns. Once the columns come in, they'll be finishing up our front entrance for us. That'll get that project wrapped up and done. And then I did want to make mention that the road lane closures I mentioned in the correspondence, that's for ErieNet. Some of you heard me talk about that. The idea is that gets to the South Towns communities, Collins, North Collins, Eden, Sardinia, etc. But there will be a press conference here on April 11th with the county executive, members of the ErieNet board, Erie County Environment Planning. Really exciting other than high-speed internet. And the philosophy of ErieNet, it is kind of exciting because no competition in town other than Spectrum. This will be 400 miles of dark fiber build out. It'll go up and down Boston State Road, and then the internet service providers, or in techie lingo, ISPs, once they sign on to the agreement with us, they will then hopefully be able to branch out, because the idea was that, at least according to the telecom industry, there's not enough homes per mile. They didn't want to have the cost. Erie County has essentially addressed that with ErieNet, and that's that money's there. That's your American Rescue Plan funds, which are your federal taxpayer dollars that were used to start up that project. So be sure to share, but on the town website and Facebook page, there are some road closures coming up. And very honored for Hamburg Schools. They reached out to myself and a couple other supervisors. We're going to be attending a naturalization ceremony with Hamburg Schools on April 25th. Certainly looking forward to that and welcoming some new citizens coming to our country the legal way. So with that being said, I'll make a motion to end the meeting at 8:29.
Mr. Keating?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacic?
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin?
Yes.
Motion carried, meeting adjourned.